Among all the political parties that will be on the ballot for the 2023 general election, the Labour Party potentially wields the ability to draw considerable political patronage among Nigerians. Its major selling point being closeness to the grassroots, where the issues that speak to the heart of popular agitation continue to receive scant attention from the government of the day and its agencies. Incidentally, our next guest is already doing quite a lot at the grassroots in terms of poverty alleviation and family support, and he is Faduri Oluwadare Joseph, a young Nigerian licensed nurse in the United States and a presidential aspirant on the platform of the Labour Party. Why is he going for the highest political office in the land at such an age? And how does he intend to make that dream come true in the face of stiff opposition from the traditional big guns? Again, how does he plan to elevate youth in politics, women empowerment, and the challenge of getting his ideas across to Nigerians? Welcome. Good morning, Mr. Faduri Oluwadare. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Good to have you on the show.
Yes, good morning from America, and I am glad to be part of the show this morning.
Good morning, our neighbor. Good morning.
What part of the States are you in, so we can calculate the time difference?
Yeah, my name is Faduri Oluwadare Joseph.
No, which state are you in? Which state are you speaking from?
I'm in Texas. I'm in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So, what time is it there?
It's 2 a.m. Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for staying up for us.
All right, Dari. Okay, thank you so much for joining us. Let's start off this way. We know that you intend to run as president of Nigeria. You are a licensed nurse in the United States, and you've been involved in a lot of hunger relief programs. But why do you want to be the president of Nigeria, and why Labour Party? Is this cloud chasing, or is this how serious are you about this journey that you are about to embark on?
Thank you very much for that wonderful question. I would like to first and foremost introduce myself to Nigeria, both home and abroad, so that they can get to start knowing their incoming president. My name is Faduri Oluwadare Joseph. I'm the young Nigerian that came from a small town in Osun State called Ipetu-Idesha. Some 45 years ago, I was born into Nigeria and that small town, and I was told that I was going to be leaders of tomorrow someday. Now we started looking at the country, going from good to bad and from bad to worst. And some of us felt that, well, we don't want to involve in politics. Let us create a foundation to see how we can contribute to the economy of our country, contribute to the life of people in our country. But as of this year, I realized that, late last year, I realized that there is little to none that foundation can do. No matter how much foundation that we create in our country, until we create a country, we create a structure in our country, there is no way a foundation can work. No matter how much of money, no matter how much resources that we donate to the people, our country is a country that has everything, but we lack everything. And everything boils down to leadership. Other countries of the world that is working, it's not because they are doing something magical. It is because of good leadership. Until we get leadership right in our country, there is no way we can position our country, to also work and compete with the world economy. And this is why I am getting involved as a young man with international exposure. Our fathers are analog. And in this digital age, you need a young man who is young at heart, who is visionary, who is missionary, and who is capable, who can be able to take our country from this mess we have and see how we can fix it. Our country is fixable. And that is why we come with the slogan, Rescue 2023. It is time to rescue our country and put it back to where it's supposed to be as the most populous black nation on earth. But right now, it's one of the most populous worst nations on earth. Thank you.
All righty. Well, it sounds as though you are very much committed to solving the problems of poverty in this country. You, as far as the information that we've been told, are already working towards poverty alleviation. So I'd like you to first share with us how you're going to do that. And being that you are an aspirant on the platform of the Labour Party, do you see yourself looking at tackling these issues from a socialism type of viewpoint? Is that the type of politics you'd aspire to bring into Nigeria in terms of social policy and relieving hunger?
Thank you for that question. You see, any government who is serious about making Nigeria work, first and foremost, must look straight and see how we're going to fix electricity. Within the last 60 years, our leaders and our elders, our fathers, have been coming on here to lie to us that they were going to fix electricity. And up to now, the reverse is the case. Any country that's going to have a meaningful development, to be able to face the socio-economic problem, must first and foremost fix electricity. Because everything around the nation, everything around the economy, everything about hunger surrounds electricity. When we're able to fix light, then everyone in the country can survive. A mechanic can survive, a barber can survive, a hairdresser can survive, housewife, small businesses, even investors can come and invest in our country. And also even farmers can work with modern equipment, to produce food. So electricity is the first major thing that must be solved in our country, and solved seriously, not just talking about it. If we don't have experts in Nigeria, like I always say, that can fix electricity, I will go to Ghana. I will consult Ghana. I will consult South Africa. Not even going to foreign countries. Let us see for the first 1 year how we can tackle electricity. If we can fix it, then every part of our economy will come back to life.
Well, thank you for joining us. I'd like to know, first off, when are you coming back to Nigeria to set up your campaign? Are you planning to run your campaign over there? I believe that you are a nurse at this point, and you also run that charity. What would happen to that when you come back to Nigeria, if eventually you would? And if you were to run for the president of Nigeria, have you concluded your NYSC as well? Have you done that? And I also understand that you are on that Labour Party because you would like to associate with a party that is within that runs within the grassroots. I'd like you to enlighten us on those questions that I've just posed.
Thank you for your question. First and foremost, I just left Nigeria 2 weeks ago. I was in Nigeria for about 5 weeks, moving from grassroots, from the north to the south to the west and the east of Nigeria. I just briefly came back, and I'll be returning back to Nigeria in another 1 week. So I've been in Nigeria all along, just left a couple of weeks ago. Now, when it comes to Labour Party is a party of the people. I will tell you that the biggest party in Nigeria right now is, of course, Labour Party. Everyone that belongs to every other political party are members of Labour Party. They are working in one area or the other. So, but if we have a credible candidate, I know everyone will return back home, because Labour Party consists of Nigerian workers. And who are the Nigerian workers? They are the 70% Nigerian men, women that are of active age, and also the youths. So it means that if we're going to run an election, we're going to win, then let us work with a party that has the ideal of Nigerian people. A party who is not a party of the rich, like the party that puts their nomination as 100 million, disenfranchising 90% of Nigerians from being able to run under their platform. So now, coming back to how I'm going to run my race, I've always loved to be in Nigeria. I want our country to be the best in the world. I want Nigerians, even abroad, to come back home when we create a country that they want. So that people, because the reason why people are abroad, it's not because they really want to be abroad. It's because of the hunger, the unemployment in our country. And people see going abroad, as a way of fulfilling their dreams. But if we can create a country where people can have their dreams fulfilled in their country, there will be no need for people to go abroad. And even those abroad will return back home to their country. And that country is what I want us to create. Let us create a country where once we are able to fix light, then we'll cut our problem in half. then look at our security, fix security. Then also look at what is happening today. By tomorrow now, aviation industry will go on strike. A country where we have crude oil, and yet we are suffering, from all of these problems that we're supposed to fix, and we're not supposed to have issues with them. So all of these issues is because of leadership. Once we are able to create good leadership, then of course every other thing will fall into place. I'm a nurse in America, and I want to make sure when I become Nigerian president, there is nobody in government again that will be going out for medical treatment. We will create hospitals, standard hospitals in every state of the federation and federal capital, so that we can treat our people at home and save the money at home. All of this are what we're going to do. Everything is on my website, fadojoe.com, and you can see how we're going to fix Nigeria from every aspect that we're having issues right now.
All right, Dare, thanks for clarifying issues as regards how you intend to go about this. But I'm not sure that I've gotten the sort of information that I would have loved for somebody who would like to be the president of a country of this size and magnitude. So a couple of questions here, and I will appreciate if you can tackle them as much as possible. A few weeks ago, we had the National Publicity Secretary of your party, Arabambi Abayomi, who indicated that they already had a presidential aspirant, and that even though the presidential form will be pegged at about 15 million, but that they were willing to give that person about 50% rebate. So my first question to you is that, are you the gentleman that you referred to, and have you paid either the 15 million or the 7.5 million if 50% rebate was applied? Secondly is that, I asked at the beginning, why presidency? You said that you were from Ikpetu-Modu in Osun State. I'm wondering... sorry?
Ikpetu-Ijesha.
Ikpetu-Ijesha, sorry. Ikpetu-Ijesha. I'm wondering how much of Ikpetu-Ijesha do you know? And do you think that it probably would have made any difference? And this is not to doubt your capacity or anything like that, but it's just to say that, don't you think that it probably will make much sense to the people in Ikpetu-Ijesha if you at least try to run for, I don't know, different levels of positions from House of Assembly where you can impact life, or even for the governor of Osun State? That is not to say that you do not have the right to run for president. But then I'm wondering, for a nurse who's based in the United States and you are shuttling between there and here and paying anything between 7.5 million and 15 million to purchase the form, how is this, convenient for you? And how are you funding this campaign? And then lastly, what precisely will your presidency bring on board? You mentioned electricity. I was hoping that as a nurse, you would talk about the medical tourism in detail and what you will do, for that sector. But then the electricity that you mentioned, it looks like all you would do is to consult with either Ghana or South Africa when you become president. It doesn't sound to me like you have the blueprint of what you will do for Nigerians if indeed you have the opportunity to be the president of this country. Those are the three questions I would like to ask you.
Thank you for that questions. I will start from why I'm contesting for presidency. There's one problem that I realize in Nigeria these days is that maybe because we are new to it, another Nigerian feels that why a young man running for Nigerian president? Why not a councillor? Why not a chairman? Why not a governorship? Then my question to those people is that, how old the people, our leaders that are running our country today, how old were they when they started running our government? How old was Muhammadu Buhari in his first presidency? How old were the Nnamdi Azikiwe's, Tafawa Balewa's during Nigerian independence? These people were even younger than us when they took up those mantle of leadership. So, but because of the fact that our country has been bastardized to think that it has to be an old man is supposed to retire, because in life 60 is age of retirement, but in our country 60 now is the new 30 when it comes to running our country.
But in your state, in the United States, I mean, from Joe Biden to Donald Trump to Hillary Clinton, I mean, they're also old people. So I don't think the question of age is...
Thank you for that clarification. Let me tell you the difference between United States and Nigeria. In United States, the structures are working. We have structures in every aspect of the country. So the government of the United States and the presidency has 30% to do, probably just make policies. And after policies, running the government is left in the hand of the structures. But in our country, there is no structure in Nigeria. We all know that. All the structures have collapsed. So it means that everything is coming from the presidency. So that is the difference between United States and Nigeria. United States is a country that has structures and they are working. So the presidency has little to do. But in Nigeria, there is no structure. The structures are not working. So first and foremost, let us create the structure. When we have the structure, then we can leave an old man to go ahead and run it because he will have little or nothing to do. So because of that, that is the reason why I'm aspiring to see how I can fix the structure. When we fix the structure, then every other thing can fall into place. So the only way to fix the structure is the presidency. When I become Nigerian president, then we will move our country from where it is of no structure to creating a structure. There is no structure in our country, and we all know that. That is your first question. The second question has to do with how I'm going to fix Nigeria. If you go to my website, fadojoe.com, everything is highlighted there, how we're going to fix our country. When it comes to the electricity we're talking about, I am not saying that we don't have a blueprint of how we're going to fix it. We have the blueprint, is right there. And if you go to our website, you will see how we're going to fix it. But I am saying that if our blueprint is not even going to work, that I wouldn't mind to go further, to consult other nations that are working already to see how we can make it work. That is not to say we don't have experts in our country that we can make it work. I'm only saying that if the worst come to the worst, that our experts come together, we put our resources together, and it didn't work, then we'll go ahead and consult other nations, which is not a bad idea. If you're trying to do something is not working, there is no crime in going on consultation. So we're going to do everything possible to see that we fix life, because we're talking about healthcare. Even the healthcare you're talking about, everything needs electricity. There is no way you can run a good hospital with dialysis center, with cancer center, if you don't have a stable electricity. You're going to be running on so much cost. So everything in our country, banking sector, even journalism, look at your studio. It will have been better if you have electricity than if you are running on generator. So everything in our country needs electricity. When we are able to fix that, we cut our problem in half. Then when we do that, we can now begin to see what other areas do we need to fight on. Insecurity, most importantly. If we fix electricity, it also will help our insecurity, because we'll be able to see which part of the country are people gathering who are like the insurgency. They have places they are gathered. Then from the radar, we can see and take them out, using our military power. So
okay, Dari, because of our time, if you can quickly answer the last question, the point about the 7.5 or the 15 million, if you have paid or not, and now you are funding your campaign.
Okay, thank you. When it comes to the young man that the PRO talked about, yes, I am the young man that the PRO is talking about, and I have paid our form is not even 15 million. I think it's 30 million. It's on the form, but I've made my payment, and right now.
How much did you pay?
Well, I would not like to disclose that on social media. You can consult my party to get how much I paid for the form, but I fully paid for the form, and I'm running my campaign personally right now with my own money and with Nigerians supporting me. I want to make sure that Nigerian people abroad, both home and abroad, are the one funding my campaign, not a godfather that will fund my campaign and tomorrow begin to bend or make sure that we're not able to achieve the aim of creating a new Nigeria. Thank you, sir.
All right, it looks like we have come to the complete end of our segment. I would have liked to get a bit more clarity. I think that with the the great things that you spoke about during this interview, one thing that was lacking was, a bit of specifics when it comes to how exactly you want to do things. I don't think you answered the question about whether or not you had your NYSC already done. You also didn't address medical tourism, but unfortunately we have come to the end of our time now. We want to thank you for joining us, and we do wish you all of the best.